Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as I mentioned in my last video, I graduated in 3 years, and of course everyone around me, obviously all the people that I started college with and my friends and stuff, were all like, what, like you're graduating, how did you finish in 3 years? And if I'm being honest, that was never the plan. I expected to be at SFSU for 5 to 6 years. That's just kind of what I thought happened when you go to a state school. I was like, it's impacted, it's just not realistic. Both my sisters graduated in 5 years, so I was like, most likely than not, I will be graduating in 5 years. And initially, I wanted a double major and minor, so I was like, yeah, I'm okay with staying later. And I was going to study abroad, so I was like, yeah, no way that I'm going to graduate in 4 years. It's fine, though, because I'm going to do all this stuff, right? But then, so basically, I ended up just sticking to comm because this whole complicated thing with study abroad and all this stuff, that I was like, all right, I need to stop complicating my life. I'm gonna just stick to comm, and that's what I'm gonna do. And when I first started college, basically I had 2 AP classes and this other class that counted for units. And I think it was around my sophomore year that I was like, I think I might be on track to graduate, maybe a semester early, who knows. But again, I still want a minor, so it'll probably be the same thing as 4 years. So basically, I never really expected to graduate in 3 years. It wasn't until I applied for study abroad that I found out that I was going to graduate early. And even then, I still kind of had the decision to graduate either 3.5 years early or stay for the 4 years, whatever. But basically, I'm going to walk you guys through how I ended up graduating in 3 years. So like I said, I started college with a few units. So honestly, I took hella AP classes. I took 5 AP classes, and I only passed 2 of the exams, which were AP Spanish, which if I would have failed, I would have been embarrassed, but AP Spanish and AP Psych. And then at my school, we also had a Teaching and Learning Careers Academy, and so basically that academy, we took child development classes, and we could intern at preschools, elementary schools, middle schools, or even our high school. So I did that from sophomore to senior year, and then our senior year child development class is the one that counts as college credit. I don't know why, but our community college, I guess, teaches that class, and then Sonoma State also teaches it, so some schools accept it. And I remember my senior year, my teacher was always like, you guys better apply, because basically they don't just give it to you. You have to send in this paperwork and stuff, and then you get your units, and then you take it to your school, and they insert it to your transcript, all this stuff. So it was it wasn't hella work, but it's still they don't just give it to you, you know? But she was like, it'll count as 4 units. And I think it did. Let me see. I have my transcript up just to make sure that I have it right. But overall, I came in with 9 units of undergrad GEs. And so then when I went to registration as a freshman, I remember they told us that they didn't recommend freshmen to take more than 12 units. But I was kind of like, I'm a good student, these classes don't seem that hard anyway, so I'm gonna just take 15 units. So I took 15 units, and I took Fundamentals of Oral Comm, First Year Composition, History of Latinos in the U.S., Elementary Statistics, Race Activism, and Climate Justice. So I took those 15 units my freshman first semester, so fall 2016, and then the next semester I took 13, right? Let me see. Yes, 13 units. And that was because I had to take a science class, and then you have to take a lab with it, and the lab is only 1 or 2 units, something like that. Something that's wow, really, that's all I'm getting. But yeah, so then I took 13 units that semester. So total, my first year, I took 25 units. No, 28 units. And then I had the 9 units that I came in with. So then, long story short, basically I was done with my GEs. I think it was something like that, where I was done with my GEs, but I couldn't enroll in upper division. So I was done with my lower division GEs, but I couldn't enroll in upper division because since some classes had canceled each other out, total units didn't put me at the upper division level where you need like 48 units or something like that. So I was like a few units short, and I couldn't enroll in upper division until I hit that unit count. And so then I had to do summer school that summer in order to be approved for upper division in the fall, because if I didn't do summer school, then I would have to do a whole semester of lower division and just like waste a semester basically. So then that summer I took another 9 units, I think. Let me see. Something like that. Oh wait, obviously I have my transcript right here. I took 6 units. So I took Intro Creative Writing and Gender Politics Citizenship. So then after I had those 6 units and all the units from before, I was considered upper division, and I could take my, what are they called? The major requirements, I think. So then in fall 2017, I was taking all my upper division GEs, and I did my prereqs for our major, which I'm a comm major. I didn't state that in the beginning, but I'm a comm major. So then after that fall 2017 semester, my next semester, which was spring 2017, I was fully, wait, is that right? No, spring 2018? Okay, fall, spring, yes, spring 2018. Okay, spring 2018, I was fully submerged in my major, so I was taking all of the requirements, basically. So I was enrolled as a comm major from the beginning, so since fall 2016, and I don't really know how it works for other majors, but comm, we have this sheet that we have to follow, and back then it was a purple sheet. I know that 2017 had a green sheet, and I'm assuming they change it every year, but the requirements overall are pretty similar. So basically in that sheet we had a few, like I think it was like A through H or something like that, and you have to take one class per section. And so I took a few classes. I took a total of 14 units. What was that, spring? Yes, okay, because so then man, I went through the most trying to get these classes. Okay, so then spring 2018, I was getting ready to apply for study abroad. And at this time, I wanted to go to Madrid really badly. And comm doesn't have an exchange with Madrid. So I was declaring a Spanish major. So then I went to Spanish department, asked them for help. Basically, like, there's a few videos that explain what happened. But anyway, I ended up getting stuck with only 14 units. So I was a little frustrated because I was trying to take like 16 units. But I got those 14 units, took 14 units spring 2018, and then fall 2018 was when I studied abroad. Oh, but I also did summer school that summer because by this semester, that's when I found out that I could possibly graduate in 3 years. But I was still kind of like confused because I felt like my advisors weren't really explaining it to me. Like I remember when I went in and decided to like cancel out the whole Spanish thing and just stick to comm, we were going over my units, and I can't remember what it is that she said that I was like, so does that mean that I can graduate early? And like she was like, yeah, if you want to. And I was like, so yes or no? Like, I hate when people don't give me a yes or no answer. Like, I'm like, yes or no. And so basically, I was like doing all this type of math, trying to figure out what classes I needed to take to be done within those 3 years, because by this time I was fed up with college. So then I figured it out, and I was like, I have to do summer school to get these classes in, because when I go abroad, they're not going to have those classes, and then when I come back, if those classes aren't offered, then I'm screwed. So basically, I like crashed all these classes for summer, and I took, I think, a total of, I don't remember, hold on, a total of 8 units. So I took 2 classes, and that was an internship class and critical culture and communication, which was so hard with Professor, doesn't say, but what was his name? I don't remember his name, but that was a hard class. Like, he's a hard grader, and he goes like this. Anyway, so then that fall was when I went abroad. So fall 2018, yes, fall 2018 was when I went abroad. And that semester that I was there, I took 18 units. but I failed a class. So it came back as 15 units. Is that right? Yes, something like that. And I took like, because so our units, when they transfer over from at least my university, which was Erasmus University, it transferred over as less units. So that's why I took more classes to be able to get more units. And I wanted to have that leeway of like, in case anything happens. And then when I came back, I was obviously really stressed because of that class that I failed, and I was scared that my units weren't going to transfer right, and I was just like having all sorts of type of paranoia. So I enrolled in a total of 22 units. I took 22 units my final semester, which was spring 2019, and that was like 6 classes, I think. One of them was an internship class, so I only had to go in 3 times in the entire semester, and then I would just like go to my internship aside from that. But yeah, so then I took 22 units, and then I graduated. So basically what I did was I took AP classes. I had summer school every summer, so summer 2017, summer 2018. My freshman year, first semester I took 13 units, first semester I took 15 units, second semester I took 13. Sophomore year, I took 16, then 14, and then final year, I took 18, and then 22. So overall, it wasn't crazy, honestly. And oh, one thing that I forgot to mention was, so basically for the comm major, we have to do complementary studies, and I think this applies to many majors. I'm not sure exactly which ones, but we have to do complementary studies, and the way that we can fulfill that is like independent study, study abroad, or taking 12 units in another major, or minoring with another major. And so obviously my study abroad counted as complementary studies, so it was kind of like knocking out 2 semesters in one, because I was doing units abroad and I was doing my complementary studies while I was there. So that's basically how I was able to finish in 3 years. I don't think it was anything crazy, to be honest. Like, I think it's definitely doable, and I'm sure if you guys see this video in time, like, you can kind of figure out how to roadmap it that way. I do definitely advise that you talk to your advisor and that you stay on track, I guess. Like, I think it would be harder for someone who doesn't know what they want to major in. Personally, I knew what my major was going in, and I knew that's basically what I wanted to do. So it was easy for me to just be like, all right, I need to do this, this, and that, and then I'm out, you know? But for someone who is undeclared or switches majors, then yeah, obviously it's going to be a little bit harder. But if you're a comm major and you know that's what you want to do, then it should be fairly easy, to be honest. Actually, I'm not going to say it's easy, because it wasn't. It was fucking hard, but it's doable. So if you're down, then you can do it. Other than that, yeah, that's what I did. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, I can try to answer them, but I think it might be a little bit hard depending on the situation and your major, because I'm obviously not an advisor. But yeah, this is what I did. So hope it helps, and thanks for watching. Bye.